Good morning, coming to you Friday, August 10th, 2018 at 1100 hours and 18 minutes. The word I would like to power to is words we don't hear. That's why I titled this Genuine. It's like genuine because you're used to the singer. Genuine. We don't do sometimes is we're not genuine. The world have marked us to take away the power. This is lining up to the power of oneness. So I'm gonna add this in and let me write that down. I got a thing on there, so I'm gonna put that in there. So like to explain the spirit, because recently I've been asking the creator what happened in the beginning. Like the key to life, and we would say is no other than Jesus Christ. But that's not the key to life. Because he came down as a man just to show us. And it's like, what knowledge do we seek? I don't seek the knowledge to want to change. And it's like, yes, I want to know very badly why the world the way it is, what trick the white supremacy, the Dutch, the French, the Poland to be the Romans, the Trojan horde, witchcraft, the craft, the hate, the corruption, the pollution of people, of man. Why did our hearts become that way? What is the true reason? But all I'm giving now is they had Allen Iverson used to play basketball for the Philadelphia 76ers, one of the shortest guy to lead a team to the NBA finals without a full team, and that the other guys, they didn't win. It was not a count of lack of he wasn't good enough. It's maybe a little based on height. Maybe he could do little things a little different, but you can't go back in time. So that's the thing. I can't go back in time to change or to really, because I know the career, like a lot of things been changed. And I know for a fact, in truth and all truth, the spirit is leading me. And people can say, well, you're not a Christian, you're not a Jehovah. It's like, do that really matter? That I am more, and I give myself props. I am very prideful and I'm very proud. But I'm not prideful in a sense of be like, damn, I did this. Like I literally saying I'm the God. Like I didn't create nobody. I came, well, just for the calendar year of what we got now, I came 1982. That's 1,982 years later than when the earth was created. Or people was already here. So people was, even if the world wasn't that old, people was older than me. My mother and father older than me. I came out of her womb. I came out of a womb. I came out of somewhere I came from. But I know it was things, items, people, the world was already created and birthed before me. So I would never say I'm the God, but I know I am genuine. I am natural. I was naturally made from procreation, the way man and woman was designed to create a baby. I am a very genuine person. My heart is not based on just because I believe in this. Because I say believe because I know what I know. But now I know what I know. I am truly genuine. I don't have, and I can tell you like I'm genuine at the heart of like I gave up. What is it that I'm doing so wrong to put me here? I don't want to hear like I'm a genuine. I won't tell a young man, well, you doing that. That's happening because no, that's not. Because it's another person out there doing, other people out there in the world doing the same thing, but it's still working and they're getting people like that's fake good. No, it's not. That's good to the core and it's not fake and it's positive. Even their actions are wrong, but that good is pop. If a person receiving, we say blessing, I'm gonna say a greatness upon them. That's not fake. That's not. You can't chalk that up. Oh, that's why he's doing evil. He's demonic. No, it's good because it's good. It's coming out because he's working. The action, this action is working for him. That's what make it good. It has nothing to do. Okay, well, he's selling drugs. He's doing that. But I'm not defending drug selling because pharmacy is selling drugs. Nobody talking about that. So that's on the ethics and a moral standing. I'm just saying, just in the general standing, he's working. He get up at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning to sell those drugs. That is hard work. He got to go re-up. He got to go to another person in the danger. That's and it sounds so funny to you. I guarantee you, it's in your mind. It's like this dude a fool. But how I'm a fool, and I'm just talking about his works. I'm not talking about his morals and ethics and his value, what he plays valuable to his life, it was valuable to other people around him. I'm just saying his works. That's all. And that's what I get out of people. Because when a person can't find what are you standing on? I'm saying I'm the creator. Okay. But it's not like the way they want. So they got a depiction. Okay, he don't say this, he doing that. So I do expect you to take your time out. I want you to judge me. Judge me according to my actions, to my character, my attitude, how I treat you. People always say, and that's the first thing, you must be a Christian man, you must be a Muslim. And it's like, oh, you said this, so you must be. So what is you're Hindu? You believe in? No, I don't have a because all of that derived from each other. It came from the creator. Don't matter how we want to look at it. I had a thing. A guy said I used to say this, but I had to reword the words, the lineup. Sex, God, and I used to say God. So I because it rhymed. I still sue because it rhymes still. God created sex and everything in it. But then I was like, hold up, no, he didn't. Because then I had to do something, be like, hold on. I didn't create putting your penis in a booty hole. I didn't. That became of a vice of a man, of vanity, where I did not put that in there. I knew it can happen, but that was not one of my features of man and woman. And but man to man took it upon them. The beings on here on this earth took it upon themselves to corrupt and pollute me. No, I didn't create sodomy. It's a way you can be tested that way, but you ain't tested. That's purity. Any that's a recreational pleasure. That's not a pleasure designed by our creator. Because he made it sure, he made it in a way like only meant to have your discretion come out of you, your feces, your stool. Supposed to come out that way. Now you created some ideas to see if your colon good, but I told you ain't got to do that because mucus lies in there and doing it and coming this way. I didn't do that. He didn't say that. So then I started saying God created sex in the form of him. That's what came with it. It's a slanted rhyme and kind of, but then I was like, when I say the creator created sex, because he created it. He didn't create it in the way that we see it. So my outlook of life is genuine. And it's like people would say words. Like I found talking to women, they can talk about a man, but they don't have words. But they only can associate the word that they know. And the word they know is like, this is what it is. And then some people like, if he a guy that hurt women, he's misguided. But he's a womanizer. So we created words that we can associate to. So the most words about me and a lot of men and people and women, children, we're genuine. Genuine based from the 1500s because the word's been generation, genuity. So many different words that come out of the word gen, then nuity, like to bring newity and where the words derive from. But from the 1500s, it's like natural. And I also speak about the inability. It's not acquired. You didn't gain that. It's a natural to have. But some people, it's natural because we learn natural as in a physical. You can still gain and you can get knowledge of. So you can acquire, but it's naturally acquired. But it natural mean now Now let me go over the word and then get into different outlines of the word genuine. It's the root pi of gen, give birth, to be God. And if we read the whole underlining, natural, genuine adjective, natural, not acquired, from Latin, genuus, native, natural, innate. From the root of gener, to begot, produce. From pi root, gene, give birth, begot, perhaps fluence in the form by contrasting adulterinus, spurious, and spurious is born out of wedlock. From Latin, spurious, illegitimate, false. From the short, see, and that's why I say the English. That's why I like don't use I use that in a while. The English language is of a sorcery. What sorcery are you going to use to put these words together? So all you just heard is a Spanish origin, it's a Latin origin, it's on the cause of Italian. Like, this is what's stupid about the English language. It's from the pi root. What? Like, I know what that stuff means, but it's like, why is it so much to it? Did we do we did the translations wrong? That's how I know it's a translation. That's what we get sorcery from a trans. It's the object of looking at a picture and seeing two different ways to tell me I can bring out, but it's not really two different ways. But the original is one way. So what we're doing is taking so many ways and saying it's no, it's no, it's not. It's one way, but we keep telling people you can be that way. Well, you can. It's one way still. Just like, and people are like, well, is that one way that I have to stay this way? No, it's one way. You don't have to stay that way because there is the option of because it's still one way. Just because, and I stated in a couple lives ago, if you go down a path, a road, and then a big old tree fall, that's the size, it's huge. You can't even climb over. And you didn't like prepare yourself and map out your direction. You had no, and you didn't listen to the spirit. Now you got to find a way around. Cool. You got to that part, and the spirit might say, get to it, then go around. Or start at this point, this mark, and then you have to go this direction. And you will see, then once you turn around and look, because sometimes you have to turn around and look to see where you was at before. Like, that was fire. And just on the note, I do that a lot. I'm like, damn, 3 years ago, I wouldn't have thought. And what I'm going to do, I want to say this too. I'm going to start showing you, I have to find out a way. I'm going to start getting better. And I provide my own upgrades to my life and self. I'm going to start sitting at a desk. You're going to see my desk. I'm going to show you my receipts. I'm going to show you how to map out. Like, I want to be a guide. And the biggest guide is computer. So when I map it out and then when I go outside and talk to the young men and women, they can see me mapping out my life. But it's coming from my source, not sorcery, where these words are coming from. It's coming from the creator, the spirit. And that's where mainly I get more of who I am. And it's not to keep explaining. I want to explain to you, young men and young women, especially Black, African, Negro, whatever you want to call us, more Pan-African, you did indigenous or whatever you want to call. I want to explain. I want to show you, like, this is not easy. It's a work. I am working what I'm doing. What I'm saying, you may not see. And then the one thing I was just talking about, I might not end up making 200,000 a year. I might just end up making but I can show you how you can make your 35, 45, your 23,000, your 20, your 14,000 a year dollars work. Whatever amount, it don't matter. But it's not the money. And then because I want to show you what love is. Love is not money. Love don't part. And I was talking to a young Caucasian man last night. I was like, you got it. That's where I got genuine. He didn't say the word, but I was like, that's the word, is genuine. Because he was saying something and I didn't cut him off. I waited. I thought he was going to say it, but he didn't say the word. I'm like, what's the word? It's genuine. The creator, but it took me to go down a certain path. I had to interact with that young white Caucasus Euro man, and he got a Black girlfriend. I was like, you cool. I wouldn't say I want you with my daughter, because no, I don't want you with my daughter. It's funny. So I had to be like, wow, he was very genuine. He said real. That young lady was real when she going through some things. They working together, and he was like, he didn't get it, but he got it. I was like, you gonna be her savior now. So you that white guy that if I wasn't given a chance, because women want you at your best, and I learned that because they don't know what being natural. They don't know like this is not acquired of how this man got to. He got these words. He's not made that way. You're not made that way. So you won't have what she have. She won't have what you have. But together you can all have that. And so it's the Pia gene give birth, perhaps influenced from the form of adulterating spurious. Alternative etymology is from Latin gene me, from the ancient custom of father acknowledging paternity of a newborn by placing it on his knee, meaning really proceed from his reputed source, the father, the source. You see, now when you start studying and researching, you start jotting down and start lining up these words, getting sources like disconnect to that. So adulterine, adulterine is how this world is adulterous. I didn't take a picture of adulterers. I thought I did. Oh, adulterer, the early 1500s. Agent, noun from obsolete verb. They call it obsolete. Commit adultery, adulterate, make impure, pollute. Late 1400th century. From Latin adulterate, adulterere to corrupt. See adulteration. The early form in Middle East was avulter, 1300. Avulterer, late 1400. Person, usually a man, guilty of adultery from Old French. Avulterer from the Latin adulterer, seducer, noun used as an adjective. So it may claim the first as a man was the first to commit. But it shows, and I don't keep looking, it's impure. It's so anything impure and pollutes is adult. So this world is an adulterous world. That's what the creator told us. In the spirit, he said we are. Because even in that book, but we took on and we manifested this adultery, this corruption, this pollution. So I say how I say, I am resolve resolution. I am the answer. But when you close out, so I can't give up. Don't matter if I don't have a wife or a child. I have to keep doing this is part of my purpose. This is not my main purpose because I'm just a spark and somebody the engine and somebody is the ball bearing. Somebody is the wheel. We all work together. But even if I can for now compensate. I'm the wheel. I'm the ball bearing. I am the cylinder. I am the oil and the fuel. I get my gas and oil and electricity from my creator. But he do give me a little for myself so I can use within me. That's what I can access and activate. But still, I need to go re-up. So now my body is tired from working 4 days and walking all day, riding my bike. I am strengthened and I give myself the proper nutrients and what I need from the source. And I know he said you just need sleep as well. I need to sleep. I need to rest. I need to have fun and laugh. I have to basically, if I'm working on keeping myself clean, I got to keep clean. And I'm not watching TV today. I don't watch. I watch the news. I was like, no way I can watch the news every day and have a positive outlook on life. I was like, this is news. This is gospel. This is the spell. They keep casting spells on us. That's why I don't like giving power. I don't like saying adulterous. But I'm going to say genuine all day. It's natural and it's acquired. Now, how do you acquire genuity, being genuine? It's a gird up of knowing who you are. Oh, yes, I got to pick. Power of oneness, genuine. See, now I learn from myself as well in the creator. It's a guided choice in your life. That's what I just wrote down. Of being genuine in the power of oneness. So I'm gonna put it all together one day, the power of oneness video. The power of oneness is genuity, being genuine. It's not acquired, it's innate. You come with it. But I learned you might not have the ability to be the best basketball player, but you could gain a required skill. It's repetition. Make that be. Make that spring. Your iron became a natural spring. Flick of the wrist, guide hand. Keep doing that over, over, over. How many times you got to do it? It's not. Go do some push-ups because I'm getting tired in my arm. I got to strengthen my arm. But now as I do it, come back. So now I can see where my strength. Okay, little lighter. Flick it over it. Not the same spring. Now I'm like, I'm at where I'm at. So now I get up there. He not a good shooter. I've been practicing. Let's see. Okay. Oh, now you jumping at me. I'm missing. Let me go back. Jump at me while I shoot. Repetition. Let me lift some weight. Let me learn a new skill. Step back. Step back. Repetition. Skill. Genuine. Naturally, not acquired. I just acquired it naturally. Because it's not natural, but I took the time in my works to acquire to be genuine. And that's what you have to do. It may sound silly to you. You have to go over skill, repetition constantly. It's still not natural to you. Because now I ain't touched a basketball in 8 years. You're not rusty. You is rusty. Because you let what sources out there touch you that shouldn't have been touching you. So if somebody is built of hate, you can tell, man, you built a lot, and your spirit will show, but not in my spirit of hate. Because I had to sit down. If I have morals and ethics and values and it's positive and good and it's right, I had to sit down with myself like, why don't? And it's not like a beef. And it don't sound funny, especially to black people, African descent people like me. Why don't I like white women? I'm watching these other people day out of their race, and it's not a race because the young man, he's 17. He's like, it wasn't a race thing. And he was like, I wasn't aiming for black girls. I don't even say I don't date black girls. He's like, I'm 17. He's like, I was with a Mexican girl before. And every other girl I talked to is white girls. And it's like, I have a few black girls I talked to before. He was like, that wasn't my aim. And it's like, and I like hearing that. I like saying, I'm just going out to date black girls, like a black woman, like, or a black person. I'm just going out to date. That's on you. That's minding my own. But I like the genuineness of who he was. And he said the word real. She be real. I asked him, what's the difference? Like, even though like you're 17, but you got some insight. He's like, the feature of a black woman. I already knew that. I just want to hear what he had to say. And he said some other things that it's gonna come out and connect, and it connected. Their love and feelings are different. But he say, I understand because I talked to her. He's like, we have that conversation. I was like, oh, y'all do? Because I was like, y'all had that conversation. Like, yeah. He's like, in a way we do. We have that conversation about how I get perceived as. And then when he see his black guy friends or white guys, like, wow, I wasn't expecting that from you. Like a Johnny Bravo type of black guy that he liked blonde hair, blue eyes, white girls. He's like, I have no problem with that. It's a black girl. He's there. She's very beautiful, and quote unquote black. And he just had a different insight, and it wasn't associated from hurt, because he could say, I've been hurt. It wasn't associated from pain. So I was like, that's why I say your experience can change based on the person. Like I met women, and it's this, and I'm proud of myself. It's like you truly different. I met a woman. She was hardcore. She sold drugs and all that. She's like, I can't be with you because I'm not even. It was no beef with me, but she's like, I'm not even like that. I'm not even trying to change right now. So being with you. Well, basically, and she was laughing, would just have so much conflict in what I'm doing. And I was like, I don't want to do this. But I and she was the truth. Like, I really like this. I like not like it's like a spell word. That's why I'm saying don't use the word like. But she was using that because that was her spell. I'm in this. I enjoy making this money. There's no other options. I don't see myself going to school or going into these programs. Stop doing this. She was honest. And she was like crying. And all I could do was console her. And I really did have a lot of care because can't say I was loved her and everything. And we never even, and then like the great part about it, the connection was real because we didn't even have sex. We kissed or whatever. And like we would do some things because she wasn't no virgin. I wasn't so much a virgin no more at that time, I don't think. But I don't remember doing too much with her, no matter what it was. And she respected me. She did things for herself. and there's never in a time where I felt like that she would like want to use me. She would give me things. I would kind of accept it, but I know where it came from. She knew the type of person I was because she had used money like she had put it in the bank. I like make your money legal. She's like, how you do that? Put it in the bank. She's like, no, it's not. I was like, I don't know. I was watching Legal Tender. I was watching stuff at the time. It wasn't no mind frame to think that way. But now that's how you make your money legal. That's what bank is. A lot of bankers get their money from people and they make it become legal. That's how they make it legal. And it's not, I'm not teaching you or guiding you to do anything wrong. It's just that's how the money become legal because you did earn it. And it sounds funny to people again. That's why I don't have no religion or affiliation. That you're, I'm being very genuine. I'm still on the topic. I still have no understand. It's like my guidance of right and wrong is still guidance of right and wrong, but it still have generalization of truth. To make your money legal, you do put in the bank. That's how banks establish. That's what these bigger up guys do. That and bid money and what's the embezzle? Not embed. They embed it too. It's their lifestyle. They make it their guy. They make it their creator. And make them that money rules the world. Everything around me, cash, a dollar bill, y'all. Money, power, respect. I spoken on that, and it's like it's not. We come to that. We resorted to that, but that's not the answer. That's not our solution. And in our when we genuine to people, it come across now when I speak. My genuine is not. And I was just reading an article about men that wasn't dads, and I see a lot of preachers and stuff and talk. But I was like, I have a dad, but I've never done that to my child. But I know why they did it. So do it. It don't avail much. And I was reading a lady comment with another guy. It don't avail much going in and out of court. You were wasting the time and energy and focus. And the other man was like, that's what a stupid mind. That's the old school value. I can tell your intelligent level. And it's like, hold on. For my situation, if somebody hurt me and I can resolve it, I'm not going to court. That's a waste of. I got to call off work. I got to use my time days. I need to rest or to do things that's important, that's productive to me. But and some things are productive. But if I'm fighting the right way for the right reason, a woman was on the internet saying like we're wasting time, productive. I'm trying to show her don't spend your money. There's options out there for your niece. You giving her money to pave her way. You got a great job. How many people are you advocating for now in your family? My uncle had a great job. I was telling her he didn't advocate for none of us. He might have had like some, I was saying institute, and I don't know how to know what the word instituate mean, but he might have had some miscued view of his sons being the way they was born of some type of understand. And he spoke that to my mother, and I already understood and I felt it. So he didn't feel like he should advocate. But now in position, it's like, man, we could have been there. Your family that was your inheritance. It is so much. And I'm gonna end it like it's your path, it's your journey, I'm not really feeling this live today. I'm gonna be honest and truthful. It's so much in my mind. But I just wanted to talk about being genuine. It's come with you. You can be the best you can be at all times. It don't require, I don't know why we think it requires so much just to be like good to people, like help out people, assist to people. And but I know it's the spirit of that the world have the iniquity that was before us when we allowed what we allowed on this earth. And I'm just here for to look for answers. And nobody have yet. Probably people have looked at some of my. I don't know. I'm not drawing the right attention, but I'm drawing the correct and the right attention in the sense of the spirit. And I know one day people gonna look at these. I'm like, man, like, and I don't want to be the Dr. Mount Rowe or the Dr. CB when you see me. See me now. Recommend people to my videos. It sounds funny. They might be long. Break them up. Y'all on social media 80 hours a day when social media is talking about sex, drugs, violence, and the gospels on people's lives and spells and the curses, but you won't come check out. And I want to interact on my lives and talk to people and make a big podcast and broadcast, webinar. I'm gonna outsource that on my own. I don't need people funding and money. And that's for me. The creator, like, you find a penny on the ground. That sounds funny to you. That's my payment for the day. I didn't work for that penny, but I was in the right path in the right area, and I asked the creator to show me a way to pay. And now I'm working on saving my money and doing the right things. I just made $500 this paycheck. I get paid week to week. I normally make 380. So I was like, I now worked a little bit of overtime. Okay, that looked nice, but I don't really want to work overtime in that profession. I don't want to wear myself down. I know I'm still gonna love people, but I don't want to get that attitude. Even though, like, last night they kept ringing the bell, I'm sitting at these ladies are like, they don't even need me. She keep asking me to move her pillow, and our job is to make. I'm in rehab, supposed to work towards independence, and it's like you kept asking for the pillow, move it yourself, and it's like, and I can't be mad at her because this is part of my job. But in some way, it's like she got to get this. She got to know that this is bothering. So you may be bothered. You trying to get comfortable, and I'm here to do my job. But it's some things. It's like you still have to be. You got to work on being independent because you leave here, you go back home. I'm not there to fluff your pillow. So you can take advantage, but that's what you're doing. You're taking advantage. You got a viewpoint of, like, in your mind, and that's why I'm genuine. So and when I get avenues and chance opportunities to talk to the people, I'm like, yeah, that was hurtful. That was kind of like, yeah, you knew you was kind of wrong there. Like, I know, I appreciate you. It was like, I don't make you feel guilty, but you knew a little bit, you know. And then now I look a lot of people in nursing homes because of the way they made it treated people. And I'm not there. I don't know those people, so I'm not there to do that. That's for their parents and their people around to make them feel bad. I'm not there to make them feel bad. I want them to get better so they can go home. Yes, part of my job with them being there, I have a job. I'm gonna have a profession. That's why I move up. That's why I'm learning different skills. But work on you, work on and your genuity is your focus. If that's who you are, that's who you are. But you can be better and improved. Don't accept that you didn't get that job. You didn't get that. You get that person that liked you. Don't just settle and say, "Yeah, that's it," and be okay that it is not time, or it is a time, but it's not a place, but it is the place. Be okay that, okay, do a little. I'm just not. It's not there right now. Be okay with that. It's your path. It's your journey. It's your focus. It's your choice. So choose wisely. Have a great day. Be the best you can. Enjoy the day. Enjoy life. Enjoy just and laugh. Have fun. Pleasure. Pleasure in a good way. Go out and do what you haven't done. I'm about to go bowling today. Got a little extra money. I just put my money into my savings, my business account, and then my fund account looked good. I'm like, I'm about to take some more money, a little bit more, and put into my business or my later future account. It's not a lot, but I did my money right. So my bills is paid. I did what I needed to do. I found some money. I was given money. It's like my life is working. But I know, and I'm gonna leave it like this. I know I need that woman by my side. I want children, and it's like you are incomplete without the creation made the creator of the earth designed to bring you help. So no woman gonna see and I want woman to respect me. No woman gonna see where I came from. They gonna like, well, you this, you that. And I'm gonna talk about that next live about how we forget that everybody got a different movement about them. Everybody not the same. I don't think like every man. Every man don't think like me, and it's more or less than a few that even have the character and. That's why it's not so many people getting married. Even women not so great that we think great. We think she great because she thinks she great because she got a good job, a house. But what about your character, your aura, your energy, your vibration, your freak? What are you putting out? You give in, but what are you putting out? What energy do you put out in the world? And like, I want to really talk about that, like really get in depth. And one day I'm gonna start getting feedback. We go We're gonna reopen it. And I'm gonna reopen these conversations. I love this. I like getting better. I love getting better. Stop using the word like. I love. No more like. I love her. How you love her, you don't know her because I already love myself. It don't take a lot for me to love. Now, to have more love, that's gonna take some time. Because I'm getting to know her now. I already got love for her. Now I need to let where's my love focus for her? How was it? How is she receiving it in a way? I'm not worried about her receiving, but I can tell by her action. Is she for me? How is she supposed to be for me? And we can show that. You can be open and free, but that, I want to show the young men and women, this is me. You can be yourself, still have a good podcast or video. You don't have to and make your money, do your life the way you want it. And this is how I'm doing it. I'm outsourcing my own work. You have a good day, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. You are always great. You are the greatness. You the $1 million dream.